Good morning. It is 10:31 a.m. on April the 28th of 2019. I posted I did some live footage yesterday of the skies in Henryville, Indiana because they look strange. I did a live video one time, and then like an hour later I did another live video, and we had this like bluish grayish, like big old rolls across the sky, and I thought, oh, that is so weird. I also took pictures, and I just now looked at the pictures that I took yesterday, and we have a great big rainbow colored battleship. The rainbow colors are very clear on it. They were literally in the eastern sky. They like stretched across that expanse of sky in Henryville, Indiana, where I pulled off and I took my pictures. Yes, hello and good morning. Saludos. Hola, buenos dias, guten morgen, bonjour. I don't really know very many other words, but we're going to get right down to this. Look at this huge rainbow-colored battleship. I've added, I didn't add nothing. I just adjusted the color on it, the tint, and this is a big battleship, and it is the rainbow-colored one. I never knew what they look like. You have to look at these pictures yourself. I'm only going to be able to do it like this because of the zoom up on it. Hello, everyone. Hello. And if you're just tuning in, this was over that little Henryville, Indiana area. It is a little bitty area on the map. Hello, good morning. We have a big rainbow battleship, and someone said, well, if they were battleships, we wouldn't be here. They're probably here to, get away with the pollution and stuff. But, they look like battleships to me, and that's what I like to describe them as, like battleships. Hello, good morning. And I just want to show you just how long that battleship stretched across the sky. It literally stretched this far across the sky. And I've included the original photos in here. I wanted to do like a short little video. Yeah, it is very pretty, the rainbow colors. And these are like the colors of the clouds in the sky. When the clouds turn those beautiful rainbow colors. It's not chemtrails, okay, that makes those beautiful rainbow colored clouds. And there is a prophecy about the rainbow warriors, how the rainbow warriors would return. Good morning to everyone who's tuning in. Yes, I took these pictures yesterday of the sky in Henryville, Indiana. This is the eastern sky. I was going southbound on I-65. Just look at that. There is no way that someone could dismiss this, well, they could if they wanted to, as just a cloud. This is the other end of that battleship. Look at these fine lines right here. There is markings on here. There are markings on here of this huge battleship. And I say huge. Hello, because it is very huge. I never used to look up in the sky like that. I mean, I enjoyed a beautiful blue sky with clouds. I thought it was beautiful. We got an intruder alert. Colvin, who is an intruder alert? Yeah. If you all see a troll on here, alert me, and we'll get rid of them. Yes, this was in the sky of Henryville, Indiana. It's a huge rainbow-colored battleship. It is something up there. But this was taken around 6:04 p.m. right before I pulled off and I did a live video of the sky. You can see how massive this is. It stretched across the whole span of the area in Henryville, Indiana. Good morning. This is a big, look at that. Look at that. You cannot make this up. And I am telling you right now, I was totally shocked to see these rainbow colors on here. Totally shocked. And I knew there was like a major ship up there because I saw the telltale signs of the buildings, like shapes on top these ships up there in the sky. You think when you see these clouds and they're dark and you see these like square shapes and stuff, it's not a normal cloud. Okay, you know that there is a ship up there hidden behind those clouds. Yeah, it is beautiful. Hello to everyone. Yeah, it is absolutely beautiful. The colors of on this is beautiful. And if I can go back, I will turn one of these live photos into a short video. I tried to do this one, but the rainbow colors didn't show because there were so many frames in it. But just look how big this is. And you know, they could have multiple ships joined together in here. But that is massive. Now we're going to really see the length of this ship right here. Yeah, the ships were literally all in that sky. They were not only in the eastern sky, but you have to ask yourself, why are they always predominantly in the eastern sky, and or the south sky, or not the south sky, the western sky? But now we're seeing them circled all around north, south, east, and west. But this is the best image I've ever seen of these ships right here. The length of them right there. Yeah. Well, this doesn't look like a spear to me right here. This looks like a huge battleship, a rainbow-colored battleship. And I was not fearful of seeing this at all. I did not get any of those types of feelings looking at this battleship in the sky. But this is literally the top of it. This is the top of that battleship. You can see this unique structure up here. Yeah, and you know, if you look at the pictures before this, you can see the windows in the ships, in that big ship. This looks like it's a great big window right here where you can look out. These are like, when I took the one live video yesterday around 6 o'clock in the afternoon and the ripples were in the sky, when I looked up there at the ripples in the sky, I thought, you know what? It's like in the ocean when you have a large vessel, you know, moving, it will literally create ripples in the sky. Not in the sky, in the water. And you know, I used to think HAARP was responsible for these ripples also in the sky. And you know, they very well may be responsible, some of the ripples, but I did think of that, you know, like there's something really huge up there moving in the sky, creating those ripples. And someone else in Indiana was documenting the sky at the same time all day long. And I'll get to that in a moment. Yeah, this is just so interesting to look at. It really is. To think that these are up there in the sky, and you know, this is close. This is just hovering right above. It very well could be that, you know, yeah, good morning. It very well could be that, you know, we're seeing into another dimension, or they're right there, and we're just being gifted the sight, the gift of seeing, to bring these images out to share, to open up more eyes. You came to the same conclusion, Stacy, about the ripples in the sky? I am serious, because if anyone knows, well, you know that waters, they just ripple. There are huge things up there moving around in the sky, okay? They are huge. Yeah. And you know, if you study the sky and stuff, or oceans, you know, you can, like, come about with your similarities. The veil is thinning, yes, you're absolutely right, but I know there's like double images, but I thought these colors were so beautiful up here of this big, enormous rainbow-colored ship. Oh, I think I've already went through it, but this is it right here. It's really big, and I'm not fearful. I'm not fearful. I don't sense that at all. Yeah. Yeah, well, I have trolls on YouTube. I have trolls on my YouTube channel. I have people on other YouTube channels who like to come against me, but you know, that's life. That is life. And I'm still, it hasn't stopped me yet. Okay, and it hasn't stopped other people yet. So you're going to have the negative along with the positive. But this was the first set of pictures that I posted this morning of the huge battleship. And, okay, well, we have someone right here. Well, see, I can block Melissa Saez right now. See, I'm telling you right now, if you come on here and you say something derogatory, you want to start making fun, all I have to do is push that button and you're gone and you don't stop me. Okay, yeah, this was the first set of pictures of this rainbow colored ship. And this was another picture of it. You see, these are unfiltered photos. I did not do anything to these photos right here. This is what it actually looked like up in the sky. And if you're looking up there and you see these like things and you think, well, that cloud doesn't look normal. Well, you need to go with that thought. It isn't normal, okay? This is over the, this is in Henryville, Indiana. That's without adjusting the tint. Yeah. Yeah, these are massive. Look how long, just look how long. And I'm wondering, you know, I've caught something similar to this before in the evening skies, and I'm wondering, do they just patrol the whole entire sky? Is there more of them? Good morning. Good morning. But this is an actual untouched photo of the sky in eastern sky in Henryville, Indiana. You can zoom up on these. You can download these. You can share all my work as long as you're doing it in good faith, because if you don't do it in good faith, I'm going to do a copyright thing against you, okay, and have your work took down. Yeah, they are very close. They're right here. This thing right here, this is a little black thing in the sky. It wasn't a bird, but it literally went back and forth. Yeah, and you may think, well, this is kind of boring. Well, if this is boring to you, well, you know, you don't have to look at it. But there are other people who find this quite interesting. And, you know, they use the pictures that I post and other people post for data, you know, and they're documenting what's going on in the sky. So this is also for scientific research. Okay, we want to gather as much data as we can when it pertains to our ever-changing world. Yeah, you can just check these out more closely yourself, because you know you can zoom up better on your iPhones, or if you have a program that like really does a lot with pictures, you can do it. Well, I want to have a sweet spirit. I don't want to have a mean spirit, you know. Somebody said something to me yesterday. You can draw more flies with honey than you can vinegar. Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Yeah, I think we'll probably hear more and more people talking about it. But I'm just so thankful. I am thankful to be able to get these pictures that I do get. I am very thankful, and I do love to share. I do. Because I want to bring awareness to what's going on in the sky. I'm not out here to make a name for myself or anything, or make money. And by the way, Gina doesn't make any money. I do not I do not want people to pay me for any of this, okay? I'm doing this out of my own free will, out of my own time, okay? I'm not in it for the money. I don't get no money either on my YouTube channel. I don't do that. I have not monetized nothing, and I'm not going to. I don't need it. If it was my only form of living, I would do it. But I'm not going to do that. And you know what? I don't want people thinking, okay, well, we'll just have Gina on here and we'll just monetize that because we can bring in a lot of money with Gina. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm telling you right now, if you want to have me interviewed on your YouTube channel or your Facebook thing and you want to monetize that to make a lot of money off of me, you're not doing it, because I will decline. It will not happen, okay, because I don't feel right in my spirit. I just want to get that out there too. I will not do it. It's not right. Yeah, so this is an unfiltered photo. I'm sorry for talking so much, but yeah, I wanted that just came in my mind. So I wanted to get that out there. I don't want to take no donations either. I don't. No, I don't do that. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't feel right doing that. Yeah. Yeah, so you can see how big that is right there. That so I just did 2 posts this morning. That was the second post of pictures. This was the first post. Look at that ship. It is absolutely beautiful. It really is. And it's very impressive. It is mighty impressive up there in that sky. And you have these unique markings here. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of submarines. Hello. Hello, buenos dias, buenas noches, guten Abend, guten Morgen, hola. Hello, good morning. Yeah. Yeah, this is, but you know, this was the precursor to that, to these that showed up. But these pictures right here that you're seeing, I took them right before I did this live video right here. And you can find this. I did turn that to only me, but I have just now made that one public again because the sky was different. The sky was totally different. It had ripples in it and yeah, and bright spots in the sky. So if you haven't had a chance to look at that, and you know, that's Henryville, Indiana right there that I zoomed up on in this live video. This was taken around 6:15, 6:07. You can see the ships are there. That is a live video. If you want to use that for footage or for further documentation, feel free to do that. That is post 1 of 3, taken around 6 p.m. in Henryville, Indiana. It's a live video. It's around 5.5 minutes long. Yeah. Yeah, it's 5.5 minutes long. Aaron Elizabeth, I would love to, yeah. Oh, well, you're very welcome. And I just wanted to say, this right here live video was taken a few minutes or 1 minute after I took these photos right here. I took these first, and then I decided, no, I gotta do a video to document this, and that's what I did. So there's more documentation to that, but that was around 6 something, and then I came back around an hour later. Pay no attention to these numbers up here. It says 52. My numbers are being suppressed on here. So is a lot of other people. When you share things that they consider conspiracy or something like that, they're going to suppress your numbers and make you think, oh, well, there's only 50 people looking at over 68,000. Don't believe it. Do not believe it. Back in June, I had like 8,000 people, and I only had like maybe 18,000. And then they literally, boom, squashed it to where you could not figure out how many was watching. So don't pay any attention to that. And don't write. I know we have more than 68,000 followers too. Okay, it's probably like 500,000, if not 1 million, because I'm getting like 150 followers a day, if not more. But that was taken before that, those pictures. And then this came. These big roll clouds came in the sky. These are bluish steel, and someone was actually documenting these from 60 miles away from Indiana. They document these the skies, and you can look at these. There was also, this was so strange, and there are faces all in these roll clouds. I've never seen anything like that in my life. If you haven't looked at these, and they came over here. That was north, it's probably northwest. There's something over there that was generating that, and that's like in Henryville, Indiana, at the recycling area. You can see that these were coming right there from that area. So if you wanted to pinpoint this exact location in Henryville, Indiana, where these were conjoining, if you look up the post office in Henryville, Indiana, there is a government post office. You can pinpoint the area, maybe. You get a pretty close estimation to where that was coming from, because here is the post office, and then this is in the northeast sky right here. Hello. Yeah. And this is at the gas station in Henryville, Indiana, and it is more like the northeast over here. It's really neat. It is really neat to see all the things that are happening in the sky. And I'm sorry I'm talking so much, but I'm just trying to explain everything that went on yesterday, because a lot went on. And you know, as I was driving through the forestry with my daughter going to the recycling, you know, it just goes wobbling, it just wiggles around, and you got all these trees up here, and you have homes in the forestry where all these trees are. I was thinking, well, if I lived in one of these houses, all I would see is trees. I would not even be able to see the sky, so I wouldn't even know what was going on in the sky. Yeah, so if you live in an area where there's a lot of trees, you're not going to see what's going on in the sky, especially if your view is obstructive. Or if you live in a city with lots of buildings, well, you're probably going to be more attracted to all the buildings and the cars and stuff that are, you know, people that are constantly moving, moving, moving. But if you live out in the country, or if you're out traveling on the highway and stuff, then you can look at the skies and see if there's things that are different. Or if you're out shopping, you want to look up in that parking lot at the sky and take pictures. Good morning. Good morning. So things are definitely increasing in the skies. There is a lot more UFO activity. There is a lot of more sky phenomenons that are taking place in these skies. And if you, this also would go along with those. This was the live video footage taken around 7:15, an hour later after the rainbow ships. And this was in Henryville, Indiana, at the pull-off area. You can see just this is no filtering or anything. This video was around 4 minutes and 30 seconds long, but you can also look at that yourself. See Henryville, Indiana, and Henryville, Indiana was also the area, I know I keep repeating this, where there was an F4 tornado that touched down and literally leveled practically the whole entire town. It was very destructive. Yeah, and I don't know why it happened there, but it did. Also in these clouds, when it was on the other side of the sky, well, of course there was faces, but there are also large craft. They're like spherical craft and other types of ships. They're literally, I'm telling you right now, the sky is loaded with ships, with UFO ships, and they're not all the same type. They're all different shapes too. And I've counted at least 3 or 4, maybe 5 different shapes of UFO ships. And if you're one who's been taking pictures also, you have noticed that yourself, that there's not just only one type, there's different types. Yeah. Well, Melissa, you could record it sometime, or, you know, you can just go on the YouTube channel or the Facebook channel and look at the groups that do post pictures like this. Yeah. And, yeah, I have not made my Facebook page is public. I've thought about many times, not many times, as some people have, Gina, you should make a group, a private group, and just invite. No, I want it public. I want it public to get out there for everyone to see with no strings attached. And I know that it's going to bring about other people too that are not so kind, but that's fine. You got to take that into consideration. But I'm going to keep this public, okay? And my YouTube channel, I'm going to upload this video to my YouTube channel. I do have a YouTube channel right here. You on the right side of my page, you click to it. It has not even been up around a year, so I'm going to post it to there. And I do have a Twitter account. I rarely go on to the Twitter account, but it's above the atmosphere. The reason I did the Twitter account was to alert. It will send alerts when I go live on Facebook. My daughter-in-law set that up. Sometimes I will send tweets there. I will send tweets there sometimes. See, I've sent these. But most of the time, Facebook is my main social media platform. So I'm just going to go back over what I just went, and then we're going to end this video. You're very welcome. This was in the sky. The skies look very strange in Henryville, Indiana. This is 65 North going... yeah, this is the eastern sky in Henryville, Indiana. I took a few pictures right here. You can look at these. This is on a post. I just added these posts, and you can tell that this is not normal cloud structure. That was not normal either. See that? These are unfiltered photos. There's nothing been doing it. And if you look close at these photos, you'll see windows and stuff. Now look at that. Yeah, you'll see windows and stuff. But I'm going to recap these pictures that were just posted. In the skies of Henryville, Indiana. So that was the first post. You'll find that on my page right there, the second post. And then we have this massive rainbow-colored ship. That's what it looked like when you adjust the filtering to it. You'll see right here that it is undeniable. It's undeniable that it's up there, and you can see unique markings, windows, and stuff. And we're just going to go through there like a submarine top or something. But I described this as a battleship because that's what it looked like to me. Like a battleship and stuff, and I'm sure other smaller ships like launched themselves off of here. And they may not even be great big, but look at that. Look how long it's stretched across the spans of the sky right there in Henryville, Indiana. There's a close-up of it. Yeah, we're back to that right there. We are. So that was like the second post. I'm doing a recap right now. If you're just tuning in, Gina's doing a recap right now. Oh, also, this lady, Sincerity9, she did a drawing of this right here. This was a UFO that was captured in Henryville, Indiana a couple of days ago, and she did an overlay of it. And she brings out some pretty interesting points about the UFO that was caught up there in the sky. But those events led up to these big old clouds that showed up in the sky. We're going to go over them really fast. I know I'm talking fast. No, it's not a normal sky. It is not normal at all. Okay? It is not normal. But you can look at those yourself on there. Sarah Thompson in Switzerland County, 60 miles away from Henryville. I am a cloud spotting fanatic, so I was photographing the sky long before the strange rolls happened. I have never seen anything like this, and I hope that we can find out if it has a name. I shared some of my photos on the Cloud Appreciation Society page, and I took the liberty of sharing your live video and photos as well. It's always helpful to be able to weather events from several perspectives, and Henryville display was an outstanding. And you know, yeah, it is very good for documenting what's going on. So I'm very happy Sarah, you know, saw those and she could share that also. You're very welcome, Don Renee. And this is also a live video. You can watch that. And there was also another live video, but that was the weather events from yesterday and what the sky did. Yeah, so there's big rainbow ships, battleship in the sky, along with other types of battleships. And I'm just going to flip that around. Well, I get a pretty color. There's no telling where this is going to end. There is no telling. But we're going to end it right now. And thank you all for being interested and sharing and taking photos yourself and sharing. And don't be discouraged by naysayers or other people like that. You just keep doing what you feel led in your heart to do. If you want to take those photos, you take them. You want to share them, you share them. And if people want to say, well, I don't see nothing, then just ignore it, okay? Tune it out, okay? Don't let them stop you, okay? We need to bring more awareness. We really do.